Hello, I'm Joshua of Milestone Play, and we are doing a second test play for our crossover Codex. Our first test play focused on a high fantasy, more stereotyped story akin to lower level D&D, despite some of the more fantastic things happening. In today's test play, we are going to be going into the full-on crossover of Crossover Codex. This is going to be in line with everything from Samurai Jack, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Cyberpunk. We're just throwing everything together. So the story is going to get a bit weird. I'm going to try and keep it relatively easy to follow, but with our collection of characters today, it's going to be a bit of a joyride. So we will be going into this. We do have some previous players that have already had a bit of experience with the game, and then we also do have some new players. So once again, as a test play and as a recorded test play, I will be explaining a bunch of rules as we go. However, as opposed to having so many of those rules on the screen as little heads up and reminders like we did last time, a lot of the stuff that you, the viewer, are going to get to see is going to be some of the reasoning of how I built this adventure and kind of where I put my different danger levels and powers and how that all got broken down. That way we have a recording of not only how players are experiencing this game, but seeing how I as the game master am building it out and then allowing for us to kind of critique that as well in post. So we're going to get into this game. We're going to get really quickly into this crazy story. There's going to be a lot of stuff to digest, but even before all of that, we're going to introduce our characters. Our characters are already on our starting map. So last time we did have a very kind of detailed built out map. Our maps for this game are going to be a bit more rustic, a bit more you could slap them down on a piece of paper in all of 30-45 seconds to show that this game doesn't need anything high zoot to play. You just generally need to know where things are in relation to each other. So getting into our session, getting our characters scattered across our park area in this crossover megapolis chaos on, because this is going to be chaos. Let's go ahead and meet our characters already scattered about the park.
Hello, I am Senar, and I am here to be a generic lightning mage from Fantasyland. I started rotating it and I can't stop. Or I can't get any farther. Oh no. I made this character today because I couldn't think of a character I wanted to roleplay while being recorded. And so here we are. I can't pull up a picture of him on the screen, so you just get the little mini sprite.
Here, I'll go ahead and do a big mini sprite, and then I'll correct it afterwards. So there is Senar for us. While I get this corrected, let's go on to our next character.
Thrilleo back again. Today I will be playing Neji Hyuga from Naruto. Loosely based on one of the pre-gen builds. And we'll see how it goes.
Fantastic, fantastic. Moving on, who do we have next?
It's me. I am back. I played Celeste in the last test play, and this time I'm playing Todd Bellamy, completely random camp counselor guy.
A completely random camp counselor within the ultimate powers of the crossover multiverse, where we have some generic lightning mages. We have a Naruto character. We are starting our game in a park area. We see some picnic pavilions, playgrounds. There's a summer camp and a lake with a cabin. So we do need that camp counselor. Let's continue on to our next character.
Hey, what's up? My name is Kurt. Today I'm playing Genus from One Punch Man. He's currently up on the Robocop mega building, one leg on the railing overlooking the park, and he swears to himself he's gonna save everyone to make his master proud.
Fantastic, and I will do my best to give you something to oppose today. And then we'll finish this up with our final player and final character.
I am Monkey, and I am going to be attempting to play Willy Wonka. Currently out at the picnic pavilions having Employee Appreciation Day.
which is absolutely fantastic. Unknown to our players, the picnic pavilions are going to be the center of our story, or at least the center of the beginning of our story, as we do have Willy Wonka for Employee Appreciation Day, but there's far more pavilions beyond just that, and there's plenty of other restaurateurs, different fandoms. There's, the Harry Potter fandom, there's the Dragon Ball Z fandom, and so we have all of these celebrities and all of their, their gremlins, their minions, their fans, their groupies, just all coming together to have a good time in the park. While we also, as we see, we have a gaming tower arcade, the Astro Adventure theme park. I mentioned the summer camp, the playgrounds. We have some caves where Neji is either out meditating or training. I'm not entirely certain. And then a Ren Fair that, you have to set him up someplace, so might as well set him up at the park. So, as we get into today's game, I would like to start off with an apology. I'm going to be making a couple jokes. They are bad jokes. I have no excuses for these jokes. By all rights, they should never be made. However, I'm going to make them. I'm going to bow my head in shame. We're going to groan, and we're going to move on. So, as our characters are scattered across the Megatropolis, Chaoson's Central Park of ultimate leisure, Genus, up upon your mega building, you see something odd. You see a helicopter flying between the buildings, flying towards the park, looping around. It's odd, but considering we have such celebrities as Willy Wonka at the picnic pavilions, if he's planning on leaving, it makes sense. It makes sense that there would be something like a helicopter to do this grandiose exit, though maybe a hot air balloon would make a bit more sense, maybe a glass elevator. However, something begins to go wrong. As the helicopter loops around, swings over the lake to get this big turnaround towards the playgrounds, a grappling hook falls down, grabs an entire jungle gym, tears at it. The slide comes breaking off. It flies towards the picnic pavilions, and then the claw releases, sending this slide just tumbling through like a wrecking ball. People are shouting, "Ah!" as they're getting hit, plowed over. There's one civilian that points up to the sky. "Heroes! We need heroes! It's a flyby shooting!" As a shoot is another name for a slide. This is going to be the beginning. This is going to be the beginning of our combat. As we have... I'm sorry. As we have people rappelling out of the helicopter. Bandits, thieves, gangsters, thugs rappelling down into the picnic pavilions. We're going to go ahead and drop all of our men on the initial deluge into the picnic pavilions and see what happens from there. So I'm going to go ahead and drop 9 bullies. These 9 bullies are going to be minions. Anyone using an action to attack can take out a minion. You don't need to use any special powers. You don't need to be a hero with your power 1 basic attack. Anyone can take out a minion with their action. But as all of these bullies rappel down into the picnic pavilions, the first person on our list, on our deck of cards to get to interact in this combat is going to be Sinar the Lightning Mage. So Sinar, you may move a region, you may do one of your abilities to do some action attack or something like that. What would you like to do in this narrative?
Well, it is tempting to see if my group attack can just wipe out a squad of minions at once. I'm sure I could find a better use for this power later. I'm instead just going to move. I'm going to slide off of a roller coaster at the Astro Adventure theme park and just try and glide myself along a lightning cloud. I don't know how well that works, but I fly way too far off this roller coaster to get to this style, and I zap a bully.
Okay, so this is a basic attack, just zapping a single bully.
Zapping a single bully.
Okay, I will go ahead and grab a single bully. remove them from our map as you come in, being the hero. With your movement and your action, we will move on to the next, being Genus. Genus, way up on the mega building from RoboCop, looking down, seeing all this going to absolute phooey, and then having the power of that roller coaster to send our lightning mage in so much faster, like a trebuchet or catapult. You, up on the building, now get to react to the situation.
All right. So Genus is overlooking the scenario, seeing all these bullies rappel down, and he's just gonna drop himself off the building. You see a little flash as he engages his thrusters and flies into the area, sliding from the momentum right next to Senar. And he's gonna say, "When I saw the helicopter, I thought it would be for the VIPs, but it turned out to just be a lot of bull." And he's gonna use the blasters on his hands immediately. I'm gonna use a power 4 ability to take down probably 4 of these bullies, spinning around, shooting energy bolts at 4 of them, right?
Okay.
That's what a power 4 ability does, right?
Yes, a power 4 group attack can take out 4 minions at once. So,
Isn't it 2x minions?
ooh,
I'm
is it
afraid.
2x? Oh, dude, you can
yeah.
get all of them.
Oh, I can get all of them? Okay, I'm gonna do that, and it's damn. Okay, it's, my hands are just gonna smoke after that, and he's gonna be at the ready for anything else happening.
Okay, so as, you know, our lightning mage decides to pull back, Genus is so like, I am going to prove to be the hero, and you just nuke all of them. With that, though, the next pull on our initiative is going to be the bullies, and with that, we are going to have another 3 of them rappel down from the helicopter. So I'll go ahead and get these placed out. And as they're rappelling down, you see that one of them is gonna move over, go to like one of the people stuck underneath the slide from the flyby shooting, and he like gets something out of it, puts it back onto the rope that he rappelled down from, and you watch this little glint of like perfect golden yellow shine in the light as it gets pulled back up into the helicopter. So that is going to be all of their turns. None of my minions have even gotten a chance to attack because they're just doing their small narrative things, and they're coming back into the field. So we have 6 new bullies. We have the story pushed forward a little bit of them having stolen something from one of these people. And from there, we go to Todd Bellamy. Todd Bellamy.
Yeah, Todd Bellamy was just heading to the picnic pavilion from his lake cabin. And having seen all these bullies in quite close proximity to the summer camp, I think Todd is just going to like, what is happening? Please. And he's just gonna get in the way of this one bully in particular, like, please, why are you doing this? And he's just gonna like derail him for like a long amount of time, just talking to him about consequences of their actions and like the possible dangers people could be imposed upon, especially the children. As he will do 0 damage to a 0 minion. These bullies. Please, just think about the kids. They don't deserve this, and sure, all these other people don't either, but the kids as well.
So as you do that, you manage to talk one of these thug bullies into the error of his ways, rethinking his life choices of like, oh man, I didn't think about the kids. I was just doing this for the payday. I should go find a better job. As he goes...
Oh, actually, we have some openings over at the camp. We could use some combat structures as well. The kids really like hitting things, and we want to provide that in a constructive manner. As well. So if you just I actually have some of these on me, and I'll pull out some pamphlets. If you're interested, we pay decently. But yeah, you're welcome to join.
So with that, the next poll in our initiative, as you're saying that, and this dude is like, "Oh, that's a job," the helicopter above kind of starts, spiraling around a little bit, and you hear a voice call from up there. "Oh, there's an opening, eh? I'll see what reconstruction I can get doing." And just jumping out of the helicopter as it swings around, we are going to have a champion. So a champion is someone that if you need at least 1 point of power to damage them. So heroes with a basic attack of power 1 can damage them. Or if you use any of your special abilities, attack or not, they can also be used to damage out of his total danger level. And jumping down into the summer camp, there's going to be a cargo pant wearing, a tank top bandolier, rhinoceros man of Rocksteady from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles impacting down into the summer camp. So excited to get to work with the kids as he pulls out essentially like one of those sci-fi plasma guns. And that's going to be his turn entering the battlefield. From there, we go to Neji.
Hinata, what was that? I will run out from the caves to the running trail, and I'll be the first to abuse this. Do my Naruto run all the way around, following the noise. And I will use my second action, or I will use my action to take a second movement and make my way up to the summer camp.
Okay, so yes, as we are using a region-based movement system of just going region to region orthogonally, we have so much crowding of the arcades. Like, the arcade tower region is the entire tower, so we could be all the way up and down that. So going through it is a bit difficult, but if you get out to the running trail, you can easily get around all this stuff and out to the summer camps. So as you get out there, Rocksteady, who is, gonna be messing up some of the summer camp and maybe some other situations of villainy, he instead kind of like looks over to you. "You're a scrawny one," as you've gotten his attention.
Pulling aggro.
Very good. With that, moving on from your turn, we go on to another one. You hear another voice up in the helicopter as it swings around. This one going over towards the Astro Park. And you hear this a bit more squealy voice. "Hey, wait for me!" As he jumps out, barreling through a Ferris wheel, like catching onto it and tearing it down as he drops out. We are going to have Bebop joining the fun. So Bebop is going to be in the Astro Adventure theme park as a second champion on the field to be dealt with. And finalizing all of this, we get to the end of the first round of initiative with Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka, as you are resituating yourself from the rubble, from having dodged that giant bulldozer of a slide. What's going on, man?
Just stand up, just brush myself off. We can't have this. And I clap my hands, and I'm going to use my Power 3 ability. And the Oompa Loompas are going to start doing their song. And I'm going to do the group attack. They're going to clean this up.
Okay, so you said... So with that power level, you should be good to clear out all of the rest of the bullies.
Yes.
Okay, Power 3, group attack. Oh, that is the wrong token.
Bye, Sonata.
Not him! Not him!
Down the chocolate river with you.
Okay.
I haven't even gotten out of the roller coaster yet.
Is there any other narrative for your Oompa Loompas cleaning things up?
I can't really think of anything.
Perfectly fine. So as the Oompa Loompas go through, just going through their song, basically acting as like the stick to the carrot of having Todd Bellamy come and, talk the one bully into a better life. As he's walking away, he sees how everyone else's choices have not changed, and they're immediately getting the consequences. So with that is the end of the initiative. I have just reshuffled our initiative deck. It is completely random again. So just because you went last time does not mean you'll go last this time. And the first person on the list is going to be Rocksteady. So Rocksteady, kind of like having gotten the attention, or Neji having gotten his attention, you're a fast one, but can you outrun laser bullets? As he just begins to fire them all across, back, forth. And this attack is going to be a 4 damaging attack.
I will use my defense ability, defense self level 4, reduce it by X. So that'll take care of it as I use my 8 trigrams palms revolving heaven ability. So I start emitting chakra from my hands and spinning in a grand circle, then blocking all of the laser bullets.
And we'll get to this later, but that is perfect efficiency. Having an ability that perfectly hits the number that you're trying to hit, perfect efficiency. So that is Rocksteady's turn, as he is just going to town with his laser Gatling gun, and not damaging you at all. With that, we do go directly to Neji.
Wonderful.
I will stay where I'm at in this square, no movement. Well, actually, we'll see how this goes with this combat. I will lower the combat intensity a bit, but it is still a champion, so I'm going to use my power 2 solo attack. Just Gentle Fist Taijutsu. So solo attack level 2 against Rocksteady.
Okay. And once again, with this being an appropriate enemy of solo champion, that's going to power 2 is going to count for 4. As this time, experimenting with how information is conveyed, I do have a health bar for our champions, and you can see what that 4 units of power has done to his danger level. It seems to have cut it in half, almost perfectly.
So I'll stay where I'm at.
Cool. With that, we go into Todd Bellamy.
Oh goodness, I definitely didn't sign up for this today. But Todd is gonna take out his whistle and he's gonna blow it to get the attention of the 3 other heroes, or of this region, and he's gonna use his movement group ability, third at level 3. Alright, looks like there's multiple problems, mostly at the summer camp and the theme park, and he's gonna point and say, you Willy Wonka, you Metal Man, and you amazing lightning wizard mage. I will head to the summer camp, and you 3 decide where you need to go as well. As actually, yeah, the movement on my turn and my group movement allows X heroes 3 to move 3 regions. But pretty much only 1 region in this case. But you 3 are allowed to move wherever you want.
Yep. In this case, this is a more compact map, but that does allow all of the rest of our heroes to reposition to immediately deal with a threat if needed. So we have our Sonar Lightning Mage having moved, we have Willy Wonka having moved, and then Genus, you can go ahead and move.
Yeah, so as Genus sees everyone moving super efficiently, the camp warden having all this under control, Genus is gonna make, it's 3. I can move 3
You can move
areas?
up to 3 areas. Yeah, so it's overkill.
Okay. So, yeah, sure. Genus will actually do a flanking maneuver just for flavor. He's gonna engage his thrusters as he sees 2 of his friends engaging him, engaging Bebop from the front, and he's gonna fly 1, 2, then around here, and actually engaging this villain from the back. It's a pincer maneuver that he's thinking of right now.
Because why not?
Exactly.
Willy Wonka, you get to
love
go
that.
next.
I don't really have. So the expert's basic attack won't work, will it?
The expert's basic attack won't
But-
because you have a basic attack of 0. In this case, if you want to damage the champion, you will have to choose one of your other abilities to spend. Whatever the narrative is, you can have as much fun as you want of trying to turn that into an attack. But yeah, you can just spend any ability on this attack. The downside of that is we've seen that those specific attack abilities are really good at taking care of a lot of minions. Really good at hitting champions really hard. So it's better to have attack abilities for champions, but even if you don't have one of those, you could use an exploration ability. You could use a social ability and just use those base power level points to do damage to Bebop if you need to.
The only thing I got the only attack I have is my power 5, and that's perfect for this. So I'll go ahead and use it. It's the solo attack. And this is my pixelation beam, my TV beam.
Okay, so your TV beam, you said is power 5, correct?
Correct. It is. So solo, that would be 10.
That is 10, and 10 is going to be enough to one-shot Bebop.
Yeah, Genus flying in from the
Yeah,
back. He
he's
basically
currently-
kicks him into your beam.
Yes, and he is sent back to the chocolate factory. I'm going to make him into candy.
Oh no.
As you do so, like beaming him, disintegrating him, sending him back to the chocolate factory with the idea of turning him into candy, Rocksteady across the way is furious. Furious. He gets on his radio. You hear that? They're gonna turn Bebop into candy. You were right, sir. You were right.
Pork flavored potato chips, to be specific.
You're going to what, Mr. Willy Wonka?
So with that, we do move on to Genus's turn.
So Genus, having arrived, the pincer maneuver worked out perfectly, right? We all did our part here in this square. We did it together. It was a team effort. So I'm gonna move. And so what's gonna happen is Genus will again, at super speed, run over here, and basically just do a basic attack, which for a hero does 1 damage, and he's gonna, arrive in a karate kick pose, just smashing into Rocksteady, gliding off, probably having done 1 damage, right?
Having done
And that's-
0 damage, and the reason for that is that is a diagonal move, and we move orthogonally on regions. We move across lines, not corners. So it would have taken both of your actions to get over there. If you want to do something else, by all means, but yeah, you'd have to move twice, and that would be your turn to get up into that region.
All right. Then my question would be: are there any other actions that could, I don't know, prevent any plot damage? Like, are there maybe hurt civilians that I could rescue, or is that just flavor in that case?
There definitely is. You could do some of that stuff with narrative abilities and things like that. The big thing with that, though, is it seems that the danger of that with Rocksteady has been taken care of as Neji has gotten his attention. So this is unfortunately one of those situations where, as things are getting mopped up, we're really close to the end of this combat as things are slowly dawdling out.
All right. Then instead, Genus will just reposition himself into the center of this huge yard to overlook everything else, to see if anything else is happening, and be ready to react once
Okay.
this is happening. That's my turn.
That's your turn. So with that, so as to not entirely waste your turn, I will give you some information, some forewarning of what is to come. As you look through, there's, a lot of injured people, some people a little bit hurt, some a lot more hurt. And with the helicopter flying off, and some other distraction type explosions going off in the city, it does not seem as if there's going to be any immediate ambulances getting here for the most hurt. So once we finish up this combat, if you want to start planning, we will be going into an exploration combat shortly after this to try to save some of the most hurt people. So you can start planning for that based off of you coming here to deal with that sort of stuff. We move on to Bebop, who is no longer with us, and we finish up our initiative with Sinar the Lightning Mage.
Mr. Wonka, you'll be hearing from my lawyers if that was a true threat. I don't want to turn into candy. Anyways, I'm going to hope that the Astro Adventure theme part is fine with me continuing to borrow this this rail car, and I'm going to continue hot wiring it with lightning, and I'm going to drive it to the Ron Fair.
Amazing.
Of course. With that, shuffling our initiative deck, we will be starting off this time with Todd Bellamy.
All right, let's go. He's our man. I'm gonna use my my level 2 reactive command to get Neji to get Rocksteady over here. He's a ninja. He's great. Please help me protect this camp. It looks like he's not looking in this direction. I can distract him. I'm actively distracting him now with my loud voice right here. Look, woo! And that will give you a bonus of 2 to your action, and you can act right now. Neji.
Todd, be careful.
I'm gonna check the cabins real quick. You got this. Woo!
So I will just take a standard attack as hero, power 1 up to power 3 on Rocksteady.
Okay, so that's going to do 3 damage on Rocksteady. So he's barely holding it together as, he was just calling into the radio about sir, you were right. As you wallop into him with him being distracted by Todd Bellamy. You can also move if you so wish.
No, gotta finish this.
Okay, so with that, that was a reactive ability, and reactive abilities on that command happen before the person's turn that was just drawn. So it is still Todd Bellamy's turn now. Like, we now actually go to Todd Bellamy's turn.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah, because the reactive happens on the initiative draw, and you use the ability on your initiative draw, so you still have a turn.
I see. In that case, my apologies. That reactive was my 1. So he would get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that reactive was my 1.
Okay, so he'll have 1 hit point back.
Yes. Yes, let's get you healed up as well. There's some first aid kits. Let me get them real quick. And I am going to, it's a bit unfortunate, but healing group. Any campers I see, and Neji for 2.
I'm at full health.
Oh, I thought you got hit.
No, I blocked all the lasers.
I see. Yes, I see. In that case,
Any good ninja can do.
Since Neji just hit him, I am going to pick up the first aid kits I just grabbed and whack him at the back of Rocksteady's head to knock him out for 2 hit points.
I'm glad you're okay.
Thank you. With this, I don't know what I messed up, what I disturbed. Can we go back to the start of, hey, it's still Todd Bellamy's turn. What are you doing on your turn?
Very beginning?
All right. After the reactive stuff?
Yes, after all of that, what is your actual turn?
All right. Great job, Miss Neji. Let's just keep him distracted. Keep him distracted, and I'm just gonna slink off over to the cabins for a medikit. I was gonna heal Neji, but since he's actually holding out really well, I'm just gonna sneak up behind Rocksteady and knock him in the back of his head for 2 points. As Neji has him distracted.
Okay, using your healing ability to just cudgel the dude with the first aid kit, and that will take out Rocksteady as the first aid kit explodes over his head. You have like little band-aids and the bee sting cream and like all of those blowing out.
Oh goodness. Are you okay? Luckily, we have some first aid kit right here. I'm sure some of this is still usable. And I'm gonna start patching his head back up. Just a nice head bandage.
Okay, so as we come to the end of this combat, all of the enemies gone, no more enemies spawning. As all of this kind of comes together, Genus, you are aware that there is still quite a lot of panic, and as you look around the area, there's some people trying to do triage, trying to figure things out. Turns out that a lot of the blood in the area is actually just ketchup. So turns out a lot of the people are doing a lot better than we thought. It's not shock, it's just ketchup. However, underneath that slide, having been fully crushed and rolled over, you do see one of the people from one of the gathered groups, maybe a fandom, maybe an employment appreciation, and you see an individual, maybe a little bit of blood, definitely a lot of ketchup as well, but wearing like these overly baggy clothes, very pale skin, red hair, has kind of like a gold and red motif. Nice collar, and as you look, you can see that they have a name tag, and it's a round name tag. It's a circular name tag. Around the top of the name tag, it says Ron, and then as you follow, you go down, and then at the very bottom of the round name tag, there is the last initial that is like a W. So Ron W. As you have this person that has been crushed and does not seem like they will make it if you do not get them to the hospital in time. So go ahead.
So my question is, I probably can only help them using a narrative ability. Just using a regular action will not do anything, right?
So a narrative ability can help. In this case, as I said earlier, we're entering into an exploration challenge. These are a very broad challenge category for the game. And with this, there is a set number total we have to hit. And if you have, once again, any ability you have, any special ability can be used for their points. Any exploration ability you have could be used for double points. Or you could use the exploration ability for its special subtype. They all do different things. If you are an expert, experts can use their narrative abilities in this because their narrative abilities are 1 for exploration challenges and social challenges. So those sorts of things can be used to help get this injured Ron W to the emergency room in time. And this is you, and this can include everybody else to help save this red-haired, red and gold individual.
Sure. I do have an exploration ability that's of the subtype cautious, but if I recall correctly, that just means that I can choose not to spend it if it's not enough to clear the challenge, actually, right?
Correct. Yes. So you could use that ability to see if that will clear the challenge or not. All
right. So where is it? In the Astro theme park, obviously. So I'm gonna move over there, and as I'm seeing this, Genius is gonna say, "Mr. Wonka, I'm glad I got this upgrade," and I will, my eyes will flash red, and I will scan the debris to see if moving any of the parts would cause the structure to collapse even further, to find the best way to get him out of there. It's a power 2 explorational ability of the subtype cautious. Yeah, and I don't know if that'll clear the challenge.
So,
Power 2?
a power 2 exploration ability for this counts for a total of 4. And with that, because it's cautious, you know that 4 is not going to clear the challenge. So you can still spend it. You can still put those 4 points towards this end goal. But you are confident that at this point, those 4 points will not save the day.
Sure. I will still put it forward towards this challenge, maybe instructing some of the first responders and also Mr. Wonka and anyone else who would come, instructing them how to properly clear the debris and being ready to maybe pull the person free once the challenge is cleared. But that's what Genus is doing.
Okay, and with that's 4 points towards our end goal. And with that, if anyone else wants to jump in on this, as we are attempting to save Ron before anything else bad happens.
What
Let's hope he
exactly
can
happened
weasel
to
his
Ron
way
W?
out of there. Sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch it. What's exactly happening to Ron W?
So he has been crushed in the flyby shooting.
I see.
With those 4 points, we have managed to find the safest means of extracting him from all of the apparati, all of the wreckage. And at this point, we need to get him to the emergency ASAP.
So I can fix this problem, but it might make the next problem worse if we want.
If you want to.
You have a reckless ability?
I do have a reckless ability.
Okay, nice.
I would point out that we do have 2 experts that could just spend a point and get it to a 5 or a 6, depending on who we've got, because we've already spent
Yes. Todd
4.
I don't know
I
how.
wanted to do basic medical stabilization. It's rare for a camper to get hurt, but it does happen. So he's going to do basic medical attention as we head towards the emergency room, towards Ron W. And can you tell me exactly where it hurts? I'm pretty sure it hurts a lot, but it helps to categorize it and get your mind focused on something else. And the type of pain, sharp or dull. You're doing real great. You're doing real great. We'll get you to safety. You're doing great. As I spend my level 1 narrative ability to help Ron W.
Okay. With that is going to take us up to a total of 5. I will let you know that we are around half done with this challenge. This is a significant exploration challenge, but we do have 5 people able to help with it. As you guys are doing the basics of stabilizing him as much as you can on the way to the hospital.
I have something that's perfect for helping to transport him. I actually I think I've perfected these. And I'm going to give him a piece of gum. And just so we don't have to put him on a gurney or anything. We can just roll him. And he'll start to swell up.
Yeah, sick.
Certainly.
Okay.
That's my narrative one ability.
We are at a total of 6. You have made it easier to get to the hospital, and at this point, we are now 3 units in, 3 actions taken to overcome this challenge. And as this is happening, you see up ahead, up near the in the direction of the hospital, you see ambulances getting there, bringing people from the other distraction attack areas as the hospital is beginning to fill up. We have now hit 3 units spent, so the consequence of not having saved him by this point in time is going to be 2 plot damage.
Oh.
I don't like that.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, Mr. Wonka and Todd, you've both spent level 1 narrative abilities. Were these like just basic abilities, or were they actually like one of the
They're
abilities
basic.
that? Okay, that's what I was asking, because otherwise it would have contributed 2, right?
Correct. So
Okay,
our experts, as opposed to our heroes are better at fighting people, and their basic attacks are at power 1, where our experts, their narrative abilities, their basic freely used cantrips and small tools and things, those are at power 1 instead. So those 2 units have not cost you guys anything as a party. They've slowly dealt with the problem, just not very quickly. So we have hit our first consequence, but with that, you guys do have a while. You have another 3 actions to take before another consequence does happen. So we've seen that the hospitals are beginning to fill up. It's just whether or not you guys want to continue on with your experts dealing with the situation, if you think you can finish it in another 3, or if you guys want to use one of your bigger abilities, such as that lightning mage's reckless ability.
How strong is your ability, Senar?
It's power level 2. But it will double because it's exploration.
I think that would get us there.
No, wait,
And
get us
even-
there.
Probably, and even if not, an expert can do another thing, and then we'd probably be done.
Well, it'll be done regardless. It'll just be left over.
Mm-hmm.
I say go
Your
for
call.
All
I
right.
say go for it.
I pull off the leather strap on my whatchamacallit, I wear over my shoulder, and I make sure I tie the dude down to the roller coaster. And then I charge it, and I just push it up a ramp towards the hospital. He's there now.
Taking a roller coaster off track and just blazing forward, that is indeed reckless. But with all of the work you guys have done up until this point, that reckless is not going to bite you in the butt, as that 4 points gets you to a 10, and that completes the challenge. So you guys, having stabilized, having lightened him up a little bit, and then like a blimp in the Macy's Day Parade, him just dragging behind.
I'm gonna miss that ride. I don't think they're gonna let me have another one.
Goodness.
I mean, if you're willing to
job
take it. So, you guys get Ron to the emergency room. You get him in. People start taking him. They get him back into surgery. They start, dealing with all of the problems as you guys kind of wait for a moment, trying to figure out what's going on, trying to figure out why the attack happened and what might have been stolen. All of the attacks around town to distract from this raid at the park. All of the possible other damage that the bullies could have been doing, when instead they simply salvaged one small golden treasure to send back up, and then only after you guys fully intervened did Bebop and Rocksteady jump down to distract for the helicopter to get away. It is only then that you have a doctor come out to speak with you. And the doctor, seeing you guys having brought the individual, begins to ask around, is anyone here, family, guardians, anything of the person brought in? Seems like they're looking to find someone to talk to, though there are regulations on who they're actually allowed to speak to about the specifics of this patient. We are now transitioning for our test play into a social encounter. Social encounters are very much like exploration encounters, where there is a set number that you guys have to reach. Social abilities are much better at dealing with them. And then special to social encounters, as opposed to having those subtypes of cautious and reckless that kind of change the usage of the power's abilities. Every social ability has a subtype. Diplomacy, deception, and intimidation. Instead of using the ability for its power level, you can gamble on the subtype and go, I think intimidation is correct for this social situation. I think diplomacy, deception is good. And if you guess it right, gambling that ability, you clear the challenge outright. Doesn't matter what the danger level or the power levels are. So, as we have a doctor looking to inform on this patient that was brought in, but having the regulations of who they're allowed to talk to, who they're allowed to release information for, does anybody want to try to get to the bottom of this problem by beginning conversation with this doctor?
I would like to ask for clarification first.
Yes.
If I would decide to use a social ability and I'd say, I think this is a diplomacy challenge and it's diplomacy and I think I can clear it immediately. If it's not a diplomacy challenge, is my ability wasted and the power level is not contributing? Or like how would you rule if I gambled wrongly?
Yes, very good question. If you gamble wrong, the ability is lost. You are spending the ability, and you are deciding to risk it on getting that one ability to clear the challenge. If you are wrong on the subtypes not lining up, that does not add anything to your challenge. It takes up one time length. So similar to there being consequences for not dealing with the problem fast enough last time, there would be consequences for not dealing with it enough this time. So gambling and being wrong is bad because you lose an ability and you lose an action. But if you're right, it is super, super efficient.
I think I am going to use my social. I'm not gambling on it. And I just go up to the doctor and say, well, I understand that there are rules and regulations to this. This is a very emergent time, and with all these people coming out of helicopters and spreading terror, would it be all right if myself and these fine people here were to go in there and ask him and just comfort him? However, as with all this chaos, it might not be possible for his family to get here at the moment, but he can at least have someone here to comfort him. And I'm going to use my level 5 non-gambling social.
Okay, so we're just dumping 10 points into this, and
Yes.
you're talking, you're making a lot of sense, and as you go through, the doctor starts to half listen to you as other people are being brought in, and then she room 207, as she just goes to deal with the next situation as you
Thank you.
blew through that with points.
You're a hero amongst people. Go take care of the others. Thank you for your
Amazing.
service.
That was great.
So,
Beautiful.
as you guys get permission, you get the room number, you start heading back. I would like to, before we continue on the story, I just want to ask, do you guys know who this person is?
Yeah,
Ronald McDonald.
Yeah.
a certain red-haired wizard.
Hey, Ron weaseled his way out of that situation, right?
So, some of you fell for the trap, some of you figured it out. Wrapping around the name tag in a circle, that W at the bottom is actually an M. It is Ronald McDonald.
Damn, okay. I was completely wrong. That was nice.
So
I didn't even realize the trap. I completely missed that connection because it all lines up too.
Red and gold.
So, you guys get into the room with the baggy red and gold, the red hair, the face less pale as the makeup has been washed off. You have sitting sickly in bed, the covers tightly wrapped around the body, arms kind of on the outside. There's an IV. You have the mascot of McDonald's, which made Willy Wonka starting at the picnic pavilions so great. Sitting there in this just kind of slight haze as you guys come in. I'm sorry, this isn't a good time for a photo op.
Mr. Wonka, analyzed the situation correctly, this is one of your competitors, right?
Does he make chocolate? You don't make chocolate.
He goes to argue.
Donald.
He goes to argue, but then kind of like pulls back of like, the ice cream machines aren't up enough for me to say anything.
Yep. Checks out.
So what are all you doing here?
So just to understand this correctly, Ronald McDonald wasn't the person that they stole something from, right?
That
golden arches.
Oh. Okay.
As you guys start talking about stole something from, he kind of like, looks over to Todd Bellamy, who is just like a good guy. He doesn't look like a robot, doesn't look like a mage, a wizard, just a good, trustworthy fella. Can you go over to that bag of my stuff? I need to check for something in there.
Oh, of course, anything to help you. And I'll immediately do it.
You bring over his bag, he kind of like rifles through it, and then he gets really upset. Can't believe they took it. We were at the picnic pavilion celebrating the 500th birthday of McDonald's. They gave me a special prize, they gave me a special trophy as being truly the empire of fast food, and they stole it. Would you be so kind, heroes, to go get back and return to me what they stole from me?
Well, I might not be qualified, but sure, I can help a little bit. I do gotta get to the summer camp eventually, but yes, I can at least.
If you do this for me, I'll get you into our scholarship program. I'll get you college paid for.
Yes, absolutely, I'll do it.
Dean is looking out the window, saying, I think the medics have the situation in the park under control. I think I have the time to spare. How about you guys?
Yes.
Well,
There's no way it was the Burger King, right?
I'd hate it if he stole my statue.
Wonderful. In that case, my honorific, my trophy, what they stole from me, golden, perfectly crisp brown. I need you guys to go and get back the McMuffin.
Oh,
The way you made a McGuffin, the McMuffin.
I apologize at the beginning of this game. There was going to be bad jokes. We've had the flyby shooting. We've now had the McGuffin.
Don't worry, we'll find it. Yakugan!
Oh. Is it a narrative ability?
It's a level 0 narrative ability at the moment, but it will convert into a level 3 exploration ability when it comes up.
Well, as you guys are like agreeing to do this, the doctor's now coming back in from dealing with that previous emergency. The one that you had talked to kind of like now looking at you like, okay, you've spoken with him. I cannot have my supervisor seeing non-relatives in here. Please, move along.
Of course.
I just have one more question. Mr. McDonald, do you have any idea who could be behind this? I dare not say it, but could it be that Hamburglar?
As you say that, his eyes go narrow. Has it come to that? That used to be for branding. Has someone truly turned the Hamburglar against me? He kind of looks around to some of you that seem like you have more like, especially like looking at Neji, who might have like, you know, ninja street contacts, that sort of thing. Go, look, find their contacts, see if the Hamburglar's involved, see if he has gone off and joined some other organization to truly turn against me at our 500th ceremonial anniversary.
We will do our best. And with that, I leave as well.
You take care now.
As you guys leave, we're now going to come to a choice. You guys do have multiple people with, you have multiple experts, so multiple people with a Power 1 narrative abilities. So you guys can choose whether you want to choose your own contacts and go into a social challenge, or if instead you would like to scour the city in some regards and begin this exploration, this investigation as an exploration. So it's your choice whether we want this next one to be social or exploration.
I've got a social ability left. I don't have an exploration one.
I have an exploration ability left. I don't got a social one.
Yours is probably higher. I'll go with you.
It is my last ability as well, though.
It is my. Oh, you probably want.
I'm willing to use it.
So I have a cautious exploration, which we can throw down first to see.
I also have a cautious exploration.
I have the information.
Sorry, go ahead.
You're good, man. I was just saying I've got the information exploration ability, level 1.
So that would be perfect for this
So
situation.
So question,
That's
could
actually-
both of them throw their abilities together and see if together they can clear it, and then together decide to not use them should we not be able to clear it?
So you cannot use both cautiouses at the same time to see. You're going to have to do one or the other. But the good thing is you could do the first one cautious, find out that it's not enough, use it, and then cautious the second as well. Alternatively, what Willy Wonka has brought up of the information power level 1, this would just be spending the exploration power level 1 ability to get information. And with this, the information subtype says, I see this many challenges before us. What's the level exactly? And so you don't get that 1 power level to complete it, but you then get definite information. You know exactly what you need to overcome that challenge.
Yeah,
Mr.
you could
Wonka?
use that one.
Mr. Wonka?
Send out
Yeah.
the Oompa Loompas.
Have them scour the street.
Exactly.
Just a legion of Oompa Loompas flood out from the chocolate factory.
Is that what's happening? Are you using the ability?
Yes, that's
nice.
what's happening.
Okay, so with that level 1 information ability used, and we're looking for the exploration, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. In that case, this is a danger level 8. Danger level 8 exploration to fully track down who is responsible.
Okay. And with my power 1 used, so that counts as 2, right? So it's in 6 now?
No, you do not get any power for the information. You just get the definite knowledge.
Oh, right, gotcha.
I think I might use my last power, if I'm counting, it's power level 4, exploration. But I will be useless in a combat. I'll just be doing narrative stuff in combat if we want to do that.
You can take out minions, so that'll be fine. Just stay safe.
Yeah, I can take care of the small threats, but here, let's get a map out. All right, let's cross out locations and potential hideouts as well. They've attacked here, and they could potentially go here as well. They attacked my camp, they attacked the picnic plaza, and they attacked the theme park. And I'll just use my level 4 exploration to do that full 8.
Okay, and with a level 1 and a level 4 spent, this challenge is 95% efficiency, essentially, with the combination of the information from the Oompa Loompas and then you guys cross-referencing everything. You start to also pick up rumors coming back from the Oompa Loompas of how a lot of the small bombing attacks across Kaosan seem to not be manned missions. They seem to be drone missions. You then start thinking through attacking the picnic pavilion, attacking Ronald McDonald. Who might the Hamburglar be getting in a league with? And then you think back to the threat. You think of Willy Wonka telling Bebop, a pig will turn you into chocolate. And immediately, Rocksteady getting on the radio going, boss, you're right. Referencing turning animals into food. Turning pigs into food. The Hamburglar is serving evil Dr. Porkchop, the alter ego of Ham from Toy Story.
Oh my goodness.
All of this comes together, the center of all these attacks. At Ham Radio Incorporated, beyond ham radios to full-on RC choppers, Modrons, and drones.
Let's go.
So we need one more point contribution to actually find out where to go.
No, you guys have everything.
Oh, I see.
So,
Nice.
With this, I'm going to bring you guys over. So this is a vertical map. This is a vertical map of Ham Radio Incorporated.
Oh, this elevator.
They're going to have helicopters and drones going around the top, so any top-down assault, you'll be blasted from the sky. You have to work your way from the bottom up. But you guys can start to make your plans of how you want to go about doing this. I have not put any enemies on the map yet, but when we do start this final encounter, this is going to be a dual encounter. We're going to have both enemies spawning on the map for a combat encounter, as well as then an exploration encounter. The exploration encounter being trying to find where the McGuffin actually is in this facility.
Wonderful. That's what I'm gonna be focused on, guys.
How's everybody looking?
I have
So,
zero ability.
Woo!
It's like basically full charge. I am down to blast.
I have 2 abilities left. I've got Plot Defense, Power 4, and Power 2 Dimension Door. Or not Dimension Door. The group movement. Which is going to be, something. I don't know yet.
But we're all at full health, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. Okay. Very cool. Very efficient. So we found out that the thing we're looking for, the people we're looking for, are probably in this building, and I assume we're entering through the grand entry.
You will be entering the grand entry, so at the beginning of the combat will be you guys hitting the grand entry. Everyone will start in that region, and it's at that point that I will spawn all of my enemies immediately visible across the map. As you guys look, there are little white bars on the map. Those are the areas you can cross, so in addition to having to go orthogonal, you cannot just jump up through the floor a level. Narratively, if you do have like movement abilities or things that allow you to move a lot, you could totally narratively do that. But we will have the stairwells, which are much slower going up, and then we have the elevator shaft that also goes up. And yeah, we have an entire tower of Ham Radio Incorporated.
How is the searching gonna work in the combat encounter? So like,
you can use exploration abilities towards that end goal, or as we noted, you as an expert do not have any big attacks left. You can only attack minions. You can also use your narrative abilities to work towards finding.
I see. Wonderful. Okay.
So we need Todd still, and we need Senar. So, are there any plans that you guys want to attempt to at least discuss of who should be focusing on what?
Small cut. Probably. I cannot move my token. I will place one myself.
Okay.
And you can delete mine. Nice, thanks.
So I heard earlier something about 2 actions in combat.
That was me misspeaking. I said I was going to use my second action to move, but I meant move as my
Okay.
action.
Okay. So we can move and then move again?
If you are not using any ability, you can move twice and have that be your entire turn. So
Okay.
it is possible for you to just blaze over to the elevator and up to laboratories. That is something you can just do.
Okay. Wonderful. I might do that immediately, actually.
Honestly, is there any reason we don't just go up to the upper stairs?
Well, that we don't, not that we know yet.
Because if really, I can definitely focus down big guys really hard.
I'm going to be useless in combat.
You can still use your leftover abilities to attack at their power level.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. Forgot
And
about
you can
that.
still like basic attack minions, which I'll need those cleared out for me because I can't waste a lot of time on those.
Yes. If the opportunity presents itself, I would do that.
Alright, so we have a game plan. Are we entering?
Yeah, do we want to go elevator or stairs? I don't want to get trapped in the elevator, personally.
Stairs are good exercise.
If-
Stairs, but I'm first searching this grand entry. It's good to be thorough.
If we were to like all go up to the laboratories, like take the elevator up to the laboratories, whatever comes in, you know, I could move the group up, or 2 people up or down, to deal with things.
I personally have good movement options still available to me, so
Do you have a quick attack?
I do.
So I would say go for a champion first, and I'll meet you there as soon as I can.
Mhm.
I
I assume though that once we enter the grand entry, we won't see who's, for example, in the CEO office, right? We have to enter the room first.
I'm going to be spawning a bunch of them immediately. As you guys, you have the Oompa Loompas giving you all this information. So once you get in, you're gonna have those radio comms. You've got, Genus. You've got the radio in your head. We've got, all that magical stuff going on. So, yeah, so you guys will know most of the stuff. There will simply be, like last time, there will be more minions being deployed throughout. There's a limit to how many there are, but there will be more deployed throughout.
Sure. All right, then I say the heroes just make sure that the experts can do the searching uninterrupted, possibly, right?
Totally.
Okay.
Okay. With that, I'll go ahead and drop a bunch of my minions. So there are going to initially be bullies in the grand entryway as the security thugs. There's going to be bullies guarding the executive suites, and there's going to be bullies working in the offices. In addition to that, within the laboratories, we do have some of our drones. And actually, those are the wrong drones. That's okay. Because we have also them working in storage and maintenance. So we have our claw hover drones in the laboratories working. And then in the maintenance and storage, we have our magnetic drones. And then we will be putting Evil Dr. Porkchop up in the CEO office, because where else would he be? So, as we get into this, you guys blast into the grand entryway like, okay, you look for this, we'll take care of the thugs, we'll do this. We're going to start off, and I will make note that this is our second initiative deck. The way the initiative deck works, aside from just shuffling everybody together, we do prioritize the players that have not been highlighted in a while. So our last combat ended with Neji and Todd Bellamy. So they're actually on the bottom of the deck, and the greater amount, the three of our heroes that were not initially finishing up that last combat, they're going to be shuffled into the top. So it does kind of switch around the spotlight a little bit. So we're going to start off with Genus. Genus, as you guys come blaring in here, you said you could go fast. Do you want to go fast?
I'm unsure if it's wise to go into the CEO's office immediately, even though I could. But I think right now it's a good idea to first clear it out. So when we have a turn limit. So yeah, as we enter through the building, the bullies turn around, register us as a threat, and the combat starts. Genus immediately dashes forward, kicking one of them with his knee in the stomach. He says, "Where's the McMuffin?" And taking one of them out.
Fantastic. I'll throw the taken out ones over to the left.
Nice. Pow! Okay, I'm here now.
Okay.
Next person's turn.
You do have the ability to move one region if you wish.
Sure. I think I will then immediately start going up the stairs.
Okay, fantastic. With that,
You guys handle the rest.
as you say, you guys handle the rest. We do go to the bullies' turn. And so, with you guys handle the rest, the bullies then just pile forward and start beating on your friends, just cudgeling them, getting close, doing shockwave cannons. And that is going to be 1 damage to Neji, 1 damage to Todd Bellamy, and 1 damage to Willy Wonka. So, if anyone has a defend ability they would like to use versus that 1 damage, it's not a lot, but all of you could use a self, or if you have an ally, a defend ally, you could do that to one of the others. But Willy Wonka, Todd Bellamy, and Neji all take 1 damage.
Ooh.
From there, in our offices, one of our bullies is going to move over here into the stairwell, see Genus running up, and he's going to take his shockwave cannon, shooting it down the stairwell, doing 1 damage to Genus.
Ugh.
And then
Nice.
our other is going to stay put, manning the offices, maybe hoping to intercede with someone with elevators, and those up in the executive suites are waiting to defend the executive. So, with that, from the bullies, we go on to Senar the Lightning Mage.
So remind me, do we get 2 actions if I want to take 2 attacks?
No, you get a movement and an action. You can use the action to move as well.
Okay. I will pop an action to attack a bully, and just pop that and get my boy Willy Wonka safe. I expect Neji can protect our little camp guy. I don't have the names up. Bear with me. Todd. I thought it was Bob. That's what I was wrong, and that's why I knew I was wrong, so I didn't want to say it. I'm going over here.
Oh, sorry.
I don't want to. I'm not facing the fact that I didn't know your name.
That's no issue.
Neji, you had something to say?
Oh no, it was an offhand comment. It was as standoffish as Neji is, he's really bound himself to this random camp counselor that he's met named Todd.
Okay. With that,
It's the branch family protecting the main family, so Todd has got to definitely be main family Hyuga somewhere.
Maybe. I don't know my backstory.
That's for next season. For now, we will go on to our magnet drones. And our magnet drones in storage. You guys are going to hear an intercom just go through the building of Evo Dr. Porkchop. Stop them! All units, move in! Hold them back! Hold them back! And we are going to have our magnet drones. 2 of them are going to move one region. The others we will position at this end for flavor, but also their actions they're taking are going to be magnet wall. So as long as we have 2 drones forming a magnet wall, you cannot move beyond their region. So you can enter into the upper stairs, but you cannot exit the upper stairs beyond them until you've dealt with them. So those are our magnet drones.
But I could enter from the lower stairs into the storage maintenance and then the elevator?
No, because we have the other magnet drones cutting that off. Essentially, you have to kill one drone before you can continue on.
I see.
So, it's a bit harder to get through. With that, we will move on to Willy Wonka.
Question: does the magnet drone wall prevent movement ability, like the power 2 or power whatever or movement abilities?
It does not. The special ability oversees it.
Okay. I am going to move 1 into the lower stairs. And we'll look at Sonar. You said you're good for blasting, right? Let's go see the pork chop. And my elevator is going to come crashing through the wall.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to 2 power 2. And Sonar and myself are going to go up to the executive suite.
Yes, you are. So, both of you, Willy Wonka and Senar, you can just move yourselves up to the executive suites. Okay. Anything else for the story, okay. Willy Wonka?
Ding! And we exit the elevator, and it crashes through the ceiling back to the chocolate factory.
Okay. Once more, the intercom comes on. Did someone just break through our ceiling? Did someone just get around our helicopters and drones? Stop them! And we move on to the hook drones. And the hook drones are going to move down to Genus. Oh, sorry, those are not the hook drones. My brain is broken, guys. They're not going to go to Genus. They're going to all go up to Willy Wonka and Senar. Ready to tear you to shreds, but that's their turn, moving twice. With that, we are going to move on to the Hamburglar. So, the Hamburglar in initiative is going to spawn, popping out from behind something in the grand entry, going, "Ha-ha! You'll never catch me, and you'll never get this back!" And he is going to thieve from Neji. Neji, what is your lowest power level ability?
This is dirty. This is like swipe or no swipey kind of shit. I have a power level 1 available.
Okay, what is that?
You know what it is?
Yeah, what is it?
It's a power 1 healing solo, my medical ninjutsu.
Okay, he's going to steal the little needles, and he's going to steal all the little implements you need to do it, and he's going to like, "Ha! You'll never get these back," as he takes them. So, currently he has your level 1 ability. With that, we go to Todd Bellamy.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Neji, yes, you can deal with that. I will,
Get out of here.
I'll deal with these guys. Oh, and I'm just gonna put the fisticuffs up and just deck one of these bullies. Yes. After I deal with this, I'll start searching for the McMuffin, and I will end my turn there.
Okay, Neji, it's your turn.
Okay. I will, in one of Neji's infrequent hot flashes, I don't have a whole lot to go around at the moment, so I'm just gonna... If I drop a attack group, but I use it as a power level 5 to attack the champion that's in front of me, it does not affect the minion.
I'm sorry, my brain stopped listening. Power level 5 attack group would... Yes, so you would have to either use it on the Hamburglar, or you would have to use the special ability to target minions. One or the other.
Okay. So I will 8 trigram 64 palms on the Hamburglar.
Let's go.
So that's that is a level 5 ability being converted to attack, just straight attack damage.
He has a danger level of 5, so you whack him, and for you to do whatever you want with this narrative, I'm going to let you know, the Hamburglar actually had 2 cards in the initiative deck, and his first card he comes out and does something, his second card he disappears, making that stolen thing permanent. So, within your narrative, he says, haha, you'll never get these back, planning to disappear with the ability forever. You are taking him out with a single hit and actually getting your ability back. So,
Nice.
do whatever you want with that narrative.
64 hits to be precise, right?
The Hamburglar somehow managed, he hit that 1 degree of blind spot and stole my chakra, and I'm going to steal it back. So I get my power 1 ability back?
You get your power 1 ability back for taking him out before he left.
Nice.
Very cool.
Alright, so that was my that's my action. Have the bullies gone yet in this deck?
The bullies have gone in this deck, yes.
Alright, Todd, you're by yourself.
I got this.
So I have 1 movement. I will take the elevator.
Okay, you jump into the elevator. Entering the elevator, you're now going to gain additional information. The elevator can stop on any of those floors you have. You do see that there is a button to go to the CEO's office. However, that is going to require you to hack into the mainframe, figure out the right passcode to allow you into the CEO office from the elevator. Or you could not worry about that, not waste exploration, abilities, narrative, anything like that, and you could just continue on forward with one of the other levels. But you now do know that the elevator can be used to access the CEO office if you can hack it.
Okay, what's the end of my turn anyway, so that would come up next round?
Yes, it would come up next round. With that, we're going to go to Evil Dr. Porkchop, who continues on the intercom. I thought I told you what to do. I thought you were... Guys, you gotta get going. Go, go, go. And then you hear his voice get a little bit quieter as like he's pulled away from the mic, thinking it's been turned off. As he's going like, guys, get the giant pig spaceship ready. I gotta get out of here. If you've seen those Toy Stories, there's also a giant pig spaceship. And he's using his action for 5 plot damage to get the giant spaceship ready for his escape. This is a point where yes.
Yeah. No, I am going to use my Power 4 ability to do plot defense.
Let's go.
So what is this? Preventing him from getting the pig spaceship?
Yeah.
What's actually happened is while they're prepping that, the Oompa Loompas have actually gone up there and they have filled the fuel tanks with chocolate.
So that 5 points of plot damage to your guys' final score has gone down to 1, as like overall they're still getting the ship ready, but they gotta refuel.
And get the chocolate out first, right?
And get the chocolate out first, exactly. So that is evil Dr. Porkchop's turn, and we go to the second Hamburglar turn. He's dead, so he does not disappear. And then, if you guys want to temporarily discuss if there's any alterations in the plan, while I reshuffle our deck.
Can I take an initiative ability immediately?
Yeah, sure. Whoever gets drawn first, if you just want to initiative, whatever happens, yeah.
Sure. Let's see if I'm the first one to get a turn.
Yes. So we will finish the shuffle, and
So my plan is I'm going to go to the CEO's office immediately, okay?
okay. I will let you know that Willy Wonka is going first.
All right.
Oh,
So as I would use my initiative now, my power 3 initiative ability. Does that mean I go before Willy Wonka now?
Yes, if you're using it on the draw of Willy Wonka, you would get to go before Willy Wonka.
Sure. Then that's what I'm gonna do. So I hear via our intercom that we installed on our way here, you know, the messages from what's his name, Ham?
Ham or evil Dr. Porkchop.
Evil Dr. Porkchop, and then I hear like Willy Wonka over the intercom, Oompa Loompas, pour the chocolate now, and I was just blasted from the top of the stairs, and Genius is gonna say, "I don't have time for this," and Todd, you're gonna hear a thud from the inside of the closed doors that lead to the lower stairs as Genius engages his thrusters full power. I'm using a power 5 movement quick attack ability, and I will just, you know, like a rocket slinging left to right to dodge the stairs and all the obstacles and the drones, fly into the storage, make a sharp turn to the upper stairs, into the executive's office, blasting past the drones, crashing through the door into the CEO's office, and the quick attack, because I used the initiative, it will raise the power of my attack that I'm doing now, right? By 3 as well.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm with the door between us. I'm crashing into Dr. Porkchop for a power 8 attack. And I'm saying, "No can do! Where's the McMuffin?" And I'm slamming him into the wall behind him.
He like rearing, twisting, kind of like there's electrical stuff kind of like sparking as you've messed up some stuff in the room. You'll never find it. I've lived too long with all of my brethren being turned into hamburgers.
And you're collaborating with the Hamburglar? That's ironic. And I'm going into a power stance for my next turn. That's my initiative.
That's your initiative, and that is the craziness of, turns out, he doesn't understand that it's really beef. Anyways, Willy Wonka, you went...
Oh my god. Okay. Oh, I'm just gonna... I'm just gonna sit down. Oh Jesus! Like a chocolate bunny. Just use my basic attack to kill one of these drones. It's gonna then wind it up the chocolate bunny, and it goes out to attack it.
Very nice.
Okay. With that, we will continue on to the magnet drones. The magnet drones, realizing that making their defenses was pointless, absolutely pointless. The first two, hearing the elevator operate, Neji, as you're beginning to go, whatever level you intended to go to, you're going to get overrode by the drones being into the cybersecurity of the place. The elevator stops at storage and maintenance as these two are going to enter in with you. And then they are both going to attack you with their magnetic. How do magnets work? Why are they painful? They're not supposed to be. That's going to be 2 damage to Neji.
Copy.
And then the next 2 are going to move 2 units down into the grand entry to deal with Todd Bellamy. And then on this initiative, we are going to spawn 2 more in the storage and maintenance, but that is their turn spawning, so it is a slow spawn. It is not an aggressive spawn. So those are the magnet drones, and we move on to evil Dr. Porkchop, who... Oh, this is bad. Okay, so on evil Dr. Porkchop's turn, as everything's going to chaos around him, he reaches over and he slams his hand onto his emergency overdrive button, which is going to dump every unused drone in the backlog into his office.
Oh, no.
As like, get me out of here! Save me! Stop them! Hurt me! Save them! Wait! Reverse! So just give me a moment and we'll get all of these in here. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I believe. So they dump into the CEO's office. Luckily, the 4 magnets that were just added have already had their turn this initiative, so they're good. But that's evil Dr. Porkchop calling in reinforcements to protect himself. And with that, we go on to Senar the Lightning Mage.
Oh. So group ability attacks, right?
You got any?
I may.
The one...
Mr. Wonka, I'll be right back.
So the one that you were tempted to use at the very beginning but decided, we'll save this, is coming in clutch. Please, tell us about it.
Actually, I'm just going to walk in the doorway. And just try and angle it around Gino. Try and just, not hit the good robot.
Mm-hmm.
And mostly hit the bad robots. And yeah, it means I'm not gonna hit the pig at the same time, but whatever. I'm throwing so much lightning in this room.
Nice.
Approximately, I think 8 power levels worth after the minion doubling.
So that's going to take out 8. Is there a particular type you would like to take out more of?
I want to take out all the magnet dudes.
All the magnet dudes, okay. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 magnet dudes, and then that's going to be another 4 hook dudes. Once again.
As the
Wait,
lightning.
no, sorcerer is attack group 5, so I take out all 10.
Oh, you take out all 10?
Oh, shit.
So you go in. I'm going to move you back just so I can grab mine. You move in. You just blast the area full of lightning. Oodles and canoodles of lightning. Bunches. Wanting not to hit the good robot. And surprisingly, despite how lightning jumps to metal, you are an expert at this, and you just fry, Evil Dr. Porkchop has just slammed the emergency button, dumping all extra drone resources to his defense, and you immediately annihilate all of them just inside the CEO office.
You got it, Gino. I guess I have to do that from inside here. Oh well. Wonka, you're just gonna have to hold out for one more turn. I'm sorry. They can't just drop 10 enemies in a room and not expect me to do that.
With that,
Clutch, though. It was real clutch.
we are moving on. We're on moving on to Neji.
All right. These two robots that came into the room, did they establish their magnetic wall?
They did not.
Okay. At this point, on the map, we are making headway in the upper portions of this, but for that exploration part, is this a double objective or a either objective for the combat versus exploration?
So we do know that there's going to be the constant danger of these enemies coming against you, at which point if you guys do find the MacGuffin, you'd still have to get out of the building, and they'd be attacking you the entire time, but you could risk that. It's good to take out all of the enemies. I'm sure that the authorities are going to want Evil Dr. Porkchop taken care of, since he has revealed his Lex Luthor-ness of not just being the Ham Radio Inc. CEO. But if you want to focus on that MacGuffin, go ahead.
Okay, so using a cautious still requires an action regardless of anything?
It still requires an action regardless of anything. No. So, it's one of the few snippet points of the system where it's very specific. If you are using an exploration cautious ability on an exploration challenge, you do not have to spend an action on it if you don't use it. So you could just go, hey, I want to know if this will be enough to clear it. You can just do that.
Yakugan.
So you be Yakugan. And we're doing this to find the MacGuffin?
Yes.
Okay, and what is the point
that'll
total?
be it's a power level 3, so I think that would be a 6.
Okay. At this point, a 6 is not enough to finish the challenge.
All right. Then I will. Just because I know combat's gonna keep moving, I'm gonna come down back to the grand entry and protect Todd, and I still get to use my action to use a basic attack.
Yeah.
I will take out that bully right there.
Taking out the bully. Fantastic.
Todd, I'm back.
Welcome back. I was scared for a second.
All right.
And the best part of that is the next initiative is the bullies. As hearing the call-outs of the intercom systems all throughout, blaring around the building, we're going to have our final 2 additional minions of the combat. 2 additional bullies coming through the front door.
Please.
It is their slow, like, once again, it's a slow spawn, so they just come in, and then we do have one bully in the stairwell. That bully will come down in, and he is going to see Todd. And he's going to try and take out the camp counselor. Like, oh, he'll go down fast. And he is going to shoot Todd for 1 point of damage.
Goodness.
And our bully is going to our bully in the offices is going to take the elevator down to the grand entry as well. We then move to the bullies up top, who are going to both attack Willy Wonka for 2 damage.
Oh no!
Mr. Wonka, are you okay?
No!
It was 2 damage total, right?
2 damage total, yes.
Yeah, it's just good.
Yep. These minions, while it's possible for them to do more, these minions are just doing 1 damage each when they're doing a damaging attack. And with that, we go on to the hook drones, and we only have the 3 hook drones on the map. I need to not scroll on my Roll20 because that affects what people in the video see. I'm so sorry, viewers. My first hook drone on Willy Wonka, seeing the dangers and all of the people in the CEO office, is going to use its action to grab Willy Wonka and drag him into the stairwell.
Oh.
The next two hook drones are going to follow with their movement into the upper stairwell and make their attacks on Willy Wonka for another total 2 damage. Willy, how you looking?
6.
Oh, you've only taken the 4 points of damage?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not good, but you're very far from 0. Yeah, so those are the hook drones, one pulling you into the stairwell, the others following and scraping and scrapping at you. From there, we go on, final in the initiative. You went first, and now you went last. Genos.
So Genus will continue to pummel Dr. Porkchop. He's gonna say, "I'm gonna put the chop in the pork," and with a jet accelerated hand chop, gonna hit him for 1 damage. I can't really do anything more, guys. I'm pretty out.
Do you have a AoE?
No, I have nothing. I have 1 social ability left. Power 1. That's it.
I have power. I still have a good solo ability left if you want to leave this guy to me.
I mean, he only has 1 more HP, I assume.
Oh, I didn't see that.
So if you want to do that just with 1 more attack.
Yeah. Fair.
Also, it's good if you save it, because any abilities we don't spend are added to our final score, right? So it's good that you still have that, right? It's not wasted.
Yes, that is good if you still have it. If it's not needed, it is good. Okay. So with that being the end of Genus's turn, Genus, we shuffle up the initiative deck again, and on the top we have the bullies. So we have 4 bullies down in the grand entry. They're going to split on Neji and Todd Bellamy, and they're both going to attack each of you for a total of 2 damage. So 2 on Neji, 2 on Todd Bellamy. Neji, how you looking?
I just hit half. I'm just barely bloodied.
Okay, and Todd, how you looking?
Honor, you're still alive?
6, okay.
Oh, nice.
You guys are still looking pretty good. From there, we're going to go up top. The bullies up top, seeing Willy Wonka get pulled into the stairwell away, assuming that the murder bots are just going to murder. They're going to go to evil Dr. Porkchop's aid, moving into the CEO office, and they too are going to split attacks. 1 on Genus, 1 on Sinar. So that's going to be 1 damage to each of you. And those are our bullies as they're coming in and just roughhousing. There we go to Neji.
All right. When converting a special ability to attack, that power level only goes towards champions, or does it like split amongst minions?
It only goes towards champions. For taking out multiple minions, you do need a group attack.
Okay. Well, I think... That's a decision. 2, 3, 4. Ooh, it's tough. How does the mechanic of finding the... Like, if we kill everybody, do we just scour the building and find the thing?
In time.
Or not. Okay, okay.
I am keeping track of a length.
Alright, I will just take... Now let's spend it. I'll use the Byakugan again, and I'll spend the 6 points towards the exploration.
Okay. So
starting to hit the point of mixed decisions, but
perfectly fine.
Commit.
With that, you do think that you can take these these minions for a bit, and you put your awareness out there, and as something as special as the MacGuffin McMuffin, you do not sense it anywhere on the lower levels. You are over half done with this challenge.
All right, I will stay where I'm at.
Okay. With that, we go to Genus.
So Genus is basically, it's an uninterrupted series of attacks, chopping him, twirling around with his thrusters, doing a drop kick, and finishing off Evil Dr. Porkchop, and turning around to face the minions. I think I can leave the minions to Senar, and I will move.
Do not.
Why not?
Because I am about to range and run in there and take aggro. I'm about to break Wonka out of the grasp, and I'm going to run in there, and I'm going to stop him from dying.
Okay,
I have
okay.
not
As
taken
we
damage.
are seasoned fighters and can communicate these concepts through just looking each other in the eyes, I will stay here and face the minions. That's my turn.
Okay, with that, we are going to our magnet drones. Our 2 magnet drones down in the grand entry are going to begin trying to grab onto the camp supplies, onto the headband, pulling and manipulating you, rending the head back and forth. That's going to be 1
I need
point
that
of damage.
whistle.
What was that?
Please.
The whistle.
I need that whistle.
As he's pulling it, oh! So that's going to be 1 point of damage to each Neji and Todd Bellamy. I believe that... Ooh, no, we have a bunch of other ones on the map. The ones in the elevator will come down, and they as well are going to split their attacks 1 and 1. So that's another point to Neji and Todd Bellamy, as there's now a total of 4 down here. And then the other 2 are going to go into the upper stairwell. The ones in the storage maintenance are going to the upper stairwell, and they're going to begin removing all of the cooking utensils from Willy Wonka, and that's going to be 2 damage on Willy Wonka.
Oh no! That puts me at 3. I wasn't at 6. I forgot about the other hit.
Ooh, that's nasty. That's nasty. Okay. Todd Bellamy.
This is going pretty bad.
Run!
I will run away.
If I move 2 regions, they have to move 2 regions.
This is true. Up to the offices we go. The stairs are good workout. Actually, storage and maintenance. I kind of want to go offices.
Okay.
Come on, Neji. We just gotta regroup. Yes, that'll be it.
Okay. We go to our lightning mage.
All right. I pull out a long, super long lightning whip, and I just crack it on the one that grabbed Wonka. And this is my range 4 attack.
You're using
Or
a
it might be range 3.
You're using a range 3 or 4 attack on a minion?
I need to break Wonka out so he can run to the CEO office.
Okay. Okay. That is done.
And then I run it like Wonka CEO office. Get covered. Gino is in there. Look for the muffin. Just go.
Okay.
He doesn't stutter. I do.
Perfectly fine. I do it all the time. With that, we do go to the hook drones. And as you break him free, they continue to rend at him. Wonka, that's going to be another 2 damage. You were at 1 hit point.
Yep, I am at 1.
And with that, turns out, Senar, that was a very good choice. That was a very good choice because you saved him, and now it's his turn.
Run away!
Run somewhere.
I am going to move crap. Where should I go? Who's gonna go next?
If you go opposites with Tom, or with Todd, you're as safe as can be, which is not very safe, but it takes 2 tiles to get anywhere.
Yeah, oh god, I'm not gonna be safe anywhere. So I'm gonna run down here, I guess into storage and maintenance, and then run across and you know what? Oh crap. I'll go to the elevator. Yeah.
And is that your
That's very
turn, Willy
helpful.
Wonka?
That's very helpful.
No matter where I go, I'm one space away from being attacked. So
Okay. With that, we reach the final initiative. Evil Dr. Porkchop, who cannot take an action, he has been defeated, but quite coincidentally, with him being at the end of the initiative, the turn that Evil Dr. Porkchop has taken out from his control chair of cybernetic ham radio controls. At the end of that turn, all of the drones deactivate.
Oh my god.
You guys are
Nice.
still in danger. You still have, 5, 6 bullies? There's still danger, but focusing on the CEO and multiple of you using big movement abilities to get to the top quickly was a very good strategic choice. So, he is removed from the initiative. We'll go ahead and just shrink them down real small as a reminder that they weren't defeated, but they are no longer a threat. So we'll shrink them down, and then we will shuffle again. Once again, as I shuffle, if you guys want to discuss any plans.
So I have still one power 1 social ability. I don't know if I can use it just to contribute 1 point to the solving of our task, or if I should keep it to just have 1 extra point in the score in the end. What do you guys think?
I'll have at
We
least
haven't-
1 big ability left for scoring, but I also have a social ability left.
We haven't done anything towards this exploration.
We
I put
Neji
6
did.
points toward it. Yeah.
Neji,
Oh yeah,
he did a big one.
true.
I can put all I've got is a narrative left.
Well, I can put 1 towards. It's a social one. I'd have to reuse it somehow to use it towards this, but I can contribute 1, and I think the experts, they can contribute just their basic abilities to it, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
With
got
that,
it.
I do have the initiative ready for when you guys are good.
I have, is Wonka's an expert?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
Yes.
And you have 1 hit point?
No, I don't have any power abilities left. All I've got is the narrative, which is
But you have
one.
you have
point.
you have 1 hit point, correct?
Oh yeah, 1 hit point. Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, so we're real close to taking the L on a player going down. So I will attempt to heal you on my next turn to give you the potential opportunity to do whatever, even if it's a narrative 1 towards the exploration. And we'll see.
So my assumption is that maybe we gotta reach 10.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
I mean, we have 6, so we need 4 more. If both the experts can contribute 1, and then I could contribute 1, and if someone else can contribute 1, I think we might close it. But
Yeah, but we still might all get killed.
That's true. Yeah, that was an oversight of mine. Okay, do your thing. Do your thing.
I mean, we'll see how the initiative deck goes, and I think that'll really determine how things play out.
Okay. Well, I will say that the plan of healing is good because if it's a single person heal, you heal twice the amount of the ability, so it's actually better for the end score to use those healing abilities than not use them. So at the top of our deck is Neji.
All right, I will flee into the elevator, and I will spend my last ability, Power 1, to heal 2 hit points to Mr. Wonka.
Yay!
So we're both up at 3, which even if the bullies all come in and they don't use any special abilities, we'll still live. But we still have to try and kill them.
Is it the characteristic sound of the healing chakra in Naruto?
Yes, it is.
Nice.
It is standard ass magical ninjutsu.
Nice.
Love it.
Okay.
I learned it from Hinata.
Once again, real good on the initiative because we're moving on to the bullies. Who, you guys hear the elevator, alarms go off as they come into a standstill. You feel them jostle as the bullies pull the elevators back down, crawling inside, and it's gonna be 2 damage to both of you.
Oh,
God.
You guys have...
beautiful.
That is played perfectly. Let's see if we can finish them off before anyone drops. So we move on to Willy Wonka. Oh, I'm sorry. The bullies up top do continue to attack Genus, and that's going to be 2 damage to our mech man.
Yeah, Genus shrugs it off like it's nothing. So many HP left, guys.
Should I come in there for you?
I mean, if you wanna.
I will.
Well, before that, it's Willy Wonka's turn.
I would just use a basic attack because that is all I have. I am going. This time I'm just going to open up my jacket and pull out a ball of chocolate and break it, and then like a bunch of chocolate bees are gonna go out to attack one of them.
Okay. Killed by chocolate bees. With that, we'll move on to Senar the Lightning Mage.
So I say this phrase a lot in ARG sessions, but... So anyways, I started blasting. I haven't got to say that in the second campaign very much.
Well, you definitely get
No,
to
you
say it
haven't.
here. Is this for 1 or 2?
Top.
Okay. Anything else?
That's all.
Todd Bellamy.
I could go help. I might go help. You never leave a camper behind. I'm gonna press the button for the elevators and I'm gonna help Neji and Wonka over here as cover your ears, and I'm going to blow on my mangled whistle so that only one of them goes away, disrupting their sound capabilities, hearing, incapacitating them.
Fantastic.
Never leave a camper behind! You get back to the cabin together!
And that brings us to Genus.
I think I'm not too concerned with this single bully over here. I think I will move out into the executive suites, and I can use my power 1 ability to it's a social ability, but I can use it for just 1 point of exploration contribution, right?
Certainly, yes.
Yes. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. Genus is in there walking menacingly through the executive suits, and just looking for any signs of maybe a locker or something where he would expect the McMuffin to be.
You don't find it yet, but you are scouring the executive suites, and you figure out it's not here.
As I expected. All right, that's my turn.
With that, top of the initiative, we are getting very far in length of this combat, and we're up to Neji.
Neji, alright. At this point, I will just take the hero roll and continue attacking. Gentle fist, all the way.
And we're down to 2 bullies left. One in the elevator, fighting violently like in Captain America the Winter Soldier. The other in the CEO offices, with the CEO's body and the lightning individual that roasted so many robots. Anything else, Neji?
Nope, actually, yes, I'm going to get out of death range. I will go start looking in storage and maintenance.
Okay. With that, we will continue on. We actually pop back to Genus.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with the randomized initiative, yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna take it. Genus will... frustrated about what just happened, he's just gonna go back and punch the bully. Where is it?
And he doesn't
Fennec,
know.
like arm raised, like getting ready to blast the dude, and you just come back in and punch him into the wall, and it's like, I was gonna do that.
The best part is, Sienna, you're next.
So you know what's crazy this entire time?
Mm-hmm.
I have not taken damage this entire session.
Oh, nice.
Everyone else has gotten beaten up. I have not taken a shred of damage.
Do you have an ability to contribute to the searching, or are you out?
I can socialize, yeah.
Oh.
Computer, I'm lying to you. I am Dr. Pigman. Tell me where the MacGuffin is.
And how many
that
points
was
is
level
that?
1.
Level 1, okay. The computer starts to kind of like fritz and act up, but with the amount of lightning you've put into this chamber, the audio recording, all that, the matching up is like also on the fritz. So that's working us towards the end, but that is not yet completing the challenge.
Well, I tried.
I mean, hey, it's everything working forwards to Todd Bellamy. You have one bully left as your companions are dying and trying to find this McGuffin.
Oh, these bullies haven't gone yet, have they?
They have not.
I had no camper left behind!
So as you give the narrative on taking him out, I will let you know, once again, he is next in the initiative. So, how do you take him out?
Oh, I'm so sorry to do this. You know how they climbed up into the elevator? Yeah, I'm gonna push them down and I'm gonna press first floor on the buttons. Alright, it's gonna take a while. Please don't move. Please stay there. I'm so sorry.
Wait, are you bisecting him with the elevator?
I'm just gonna rush him with the elevator.
Oh, half a camper
I'm
left
sure there's
behind,
safety
right?
mechanisms in here, unless your boss like disregarded them. So you should be mostly fine alive with the safety mechanisms.
Okay. Would you like to move a region?
Tonight.
I am going back to the offices. Okay, Mr. Wonka, time to search.
And with that narrative handover, Mr. Wonka, it's time to search.
All right. Yeah, I'm good with laboratories. And then I'll go up here and search. Use a narrative 1.
Okay. It is at this point that as you guys are searching and searching, you hear from the CEO office as you guys find a vault and you go to like, oh, click it, like, let's get out of here. You hear self-destruction sequence activated. We have just hit the length of the consequence. This is going to be a -5 on plot.
But we are like 1 point away from solving the problem.
You are 1 point away. 1 point away. So as the self-destruction sequence activates, you guys get the vault open. You find the golden and crispy and shiny McGuffin to whisk out of the suites, whisk out of Ham Radio Incorporated for it to just collapse in, causing more social destruction in the streets. But in the end, despite that little bit of not super good at the hero work, there's some casualties of buildings and of road space and cars and all that. That is the final challenge. So this is where the scoring would end. But I do want to, before we get to the scoring, open it up for each of you for any final narrative moments, whether it's in finding the egg McGuffin, whether it's escaping, whether it's returning back to Ronald McDonald, whatever you guys want to each of you tie up an aspect of this story. I hand it over to you guys.
So just to clarify.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Please continue.
Willy Wonka spent his narrative 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then the bottom of the round hit.
The bottom of the round hit.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's where the plot damage was. Okay.
Yes. We hit the length of this exploration, and that's where the plot damage was. So that, yes, thank you for making sure it's very clear. Yeah. But any narratives? Yes.
Could I have used an attack skill to like do an exploration out of that?
You could have. But it is at the end of the round, we reached the length. The plot happened. We would need a plot defense to prevent the damage. At which point, with all of you having a round to do whatever, you guys needed one more point towards the exploration challenge. So you guys have it. You're gonna get it.
I did not know that we could use attacks. I would have used my level 3 attack on it.
Oh
well.
Hey, but now you got the level 3 abilities attack, so it reduces at least the plot damage by 3, right? In the end, like it evens out almost.
A little bit, yes. But yeah, so
yes.
for any challenge of any type, you can just spend the power level of that ability to solve whatever. You got to get a little creative with the narrative, the story of how you're using Dimension Door to solve a negotiation, or how you're using intimidation to end a combat. But yeah, you can use any ability for any challenge for base value.
Gotcha. Okay.
So for narrative purposes, I would say as the CEO office, the self-destruction is beginning. The floor crumbles beneath me. I see Mr. Wonka standing there in a rough shape, and before any of the debris can hit him, I'd say I rush down, grab him if you're okay with it, and just fly with you out a window, saving both of us from the imminent destruction of the building.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yakugan. I find Todd Bellamy.
So many papers here. They're so disorganized.
Oh, let's go. Gotta go.
What?
All right.
What's
Well, I think I'm
happening?
on my own.
Hinata, get out of the building.
Okay, so each of you find your escapes. Senna, are you realizing that you're on your own, having to magnetize your way out of this ordeal? Are there any story beats you have for returning or not returning the Egg McGuffin, and dealing with Ronald McDonald to put the bow on this?
Well, I'm a lightning mage, not a fixing mage. I'm a sorcerer, not a wizard. I don't fix things.
As you deal with the press of like, hey, he sent me in there. What you expect?
So we got the McMuffin.
Yes.
Yeah, we got it.
Oh, okay, cool. Whenever we take it back, I'm totally gonna, Try to convince Ronald McDonald to. You don't need a chocolate machine anymore. You know, just have candy bars. You sell candy bars. No more ice cream.
You could like maybe have a brand deal that they sell your stuff at McDonald's. Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for.
Mm-hmm.
Just wrap it up with that.
We can wrap it up with that. So, as we have dealt with the thugs, the gangsters, those that have opposed the freedom and sanctity of the mega park, you guys having rushed Ronald McDonald to safety to get him to the hospital in time, and then going and opposing evil Dr. Porkchop and tearing down the established, turns out, drone factory as opposed to Ham Radio Incorporated, with this revealing the true nature, revealing that hamburgers are not made out of ham, and this was all a massive misunderstanding to the forlornness of many of the antagonists of our story. That is where our session comes to an end. We will hang out for just a few moments if there's any discussion that we wish to have about the game, any questions, comments, concerns, praise, degradation, whatever you want. And then once we're done talking, we will close out this video. But yeah, that's the story. What do you guys think?
That was a wild ride.
It
was great.
Yeah, it was.
Very creative.
Yeah, it was amazing fun, especially.
I loved everything about it.
With Ronald McDonald.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
I like the narrative idea of pulling all the pig characters from all the franchises, making them a band of villains. That was great.
So had you guys chosen after the hospital to do social instead of exploration, I had two options. I had Porky Pig or Piglet from Winnie the Pooh. Both of them as possible people you could go talk to. Porky the Pig was going to be an accountant for the corporation, and then Piglet was going to be someone that they've been trying to wrangle into the business, but he's just not really sure about it. You know, it doesn't feel right. So those were going to be the two different options for continuing with the social instead of the exploration. But yeah, it was just like, this was just a couple bad puns that spawned into trying to make a story for not knowing who you guys would bring to this wacky crossover event.
But I think that that right there just speaks to great game master, because it just went everywhere and you were on top of it either way.
Yes.
I was half expecting Miss Piggy to turn up somewhere, you know?
You know, I should have.
Yeah, probably.
I could have separated Piglet, Porky the Pig, and Miss Piggy as three different options for the social, and then align each of them to intimidation, diplomacy, or deception.
True.
I think I would have done Miss Piggy diplomacy, Porky the Pig as the accountant as deception, and then Piglet intimidation, just with how anxious, like, no matter what, whatever you do is going to seem intimidating as your hero's looking into this. And so if you guys just went into it like, oh yeah, no, we're totally, he would have just crumbled. But yeah, that would have been great.
I was actually, when we started the game, I was at the beginning a little bit concerned, because I felt that when we were in the square still, you know, in the big park, that in some situations I felt like, okay, if there's no combat ongoing, I can contribute basically nothing except I using up abilities, right?
Yeah.
And so I thought, maybe there's a way to make your character feel useful without forcing them to spend the abilities, but that's what experts are for. And in the end, I felt like especially in the building right now, the action economy, like, you know, using up the points for certain things, actually worked out pretty great. You know, we were at the edge of succeeding, and had we maybe been a little more, I don't know, streamlined, or had we made different decisions, we might have been able to finish it out perfectly. So I think otherwise it maybe would have been too powerful in some way, but I liked it in the end. This I thought also that maybe just having 5 abilities over the course of the entire story would be too few, but it wasn't. I liked it a lot.
I do gotta go really shortly. If we can do scoring real quick.
Oh yes, let's
Sure.
go ahead and do the scoring. So with this, we just need you guys need to total up each of your remaining special abilities. So not basic attack, not narrative, just your special abilities. Total up however many points you have and your remaining health, and then we'll go one by one and get a total.
I am at 13.
Okay, 13.
10 HP, 1 level 3 ability.
Nice.
Nice.
Neji, what you got?
1.
Oh no.
1. Okay.
Bro
okay.
is just hanging in there.
Willy Wonka?
1.
1. Okay, Todd Bellamy?
4.
4, and Genos?
6.
6.
That's only my HP. I have nothing else.
We
Okay.
did not spread this
Exactly. The
evenly.
last 3 were just HP.
Yeah.
So, I believe that's a total of 25 points, if I heard them correctly.
That's not a good efficiency.
And then this is divided by your guys' starting hit points and starting abilities. So each of you had 15 points from your special abilities and 10 points from your health. So that's 25 times 5 is 125. And that puts you guys at a 20% efficiency.
It's really
we still
bad.
don't, we still don't know like longitudinal data of what efficiency ends up being for a good game versus bad game.
100%
We really don't know
is
yet.
good.
Yes,
100%
so-
is good, and
100% is basically taking no
70% is
damage
bad.
and using no ability.
this is my scale. 100% is good, 70% is bad.
I'm sorry, that is not our end score. I forgot the plot damage.
Plot damage.
You
That was like
guys-
7
Oh,
total,
Yeah,
right?
no, it's only going to be 3. You took 2 from not getting to the hospital in time, and then only 1 from the spaceship because we had a -4 on that.
Oh, but also
Ooh, and a
5
-5
from the self-destruct.
Yeah, so that is
Yeah.
that's actually 8.
Oh,
So
counted.
25 minus 8 is 17, divided by 125 is 13.6%. So we are at 13.6% for how we're currently calculating this. I will say that hopefully I have this right, otherwise in the edit we're going to look pretty stupid. But I did total out all of the challenges, built out at a total of danger level 75, and I got the 75 from all of your guys' starting special abilities, not counting your health. And then the minions were 1 point buy per PC number of minions. So for every point I spent on minions, I gave myself 5. So that's how I'm like currently testing out the enemy values versus the player values. And based off of how you guys played it, you guys, still had 13.6% to go with how I've currently mapped that out. So we'll see how I shift things around and how that math works out. But yeah, so thank you guys for playing. Thank you guys for donating your time, for being willing to be test players, not only for the product, but for other people to watch. So thank you guys for playing. Thank you guys for watching, and have a lovely.